What's going on, folks? So I have already gone over these patch notes myself already, because I saw them happen while I was in the car waiting on something. But I will try to duplicate my reactions to them as I saw them and give you a rundown of the latest patch notes. So here we go. I'm here in the game, hanging out in Soar Mode campaign, so if you hear some noises happening around me, that's just the game being the game, interacting with the world, whatever. So, here we go. Let's check this out. Also, I have a, it looks like there's been some changes to the Cat's Eye specific wiki page, so maybe I'll go over some of those changes to the navigation and some new pages here. And I'll cover what I need to cover in when it comes to the update itself. Alright, so let me just see here. Alright, so patch notes. Adept Trials. Thief Adept Trial is now available. Let's check that out over here. Let me switch to you. If I can. Maybe. Why is it not giving me the option to switch to the screen? What is up with that? Okay, let me do some quick changes here on the fly. There we go. Alright, that works, I guess. So I'm going to just do this. That's actually pretty easy. Alright, so here I am. Thief changes. Or thief sets. Dragon cap set. So this stuff looks like it already is. This is a specific dragon, a specific thief stuff. Enmity +1, agility +4. Okay, so this is definitely some cool thief gear. Maybe not as, maybe might not be ideal thief gear without the augments, but I mean it's got enmity stuff, so that's cool. Agility, dexterity, all the goodies that that thief needs, with the exception of, looks like it doesn't have any haste or accuracy, or at least not much accuracy, but it has some attack enmity for your trick attack needs. But when it comes to the Yasha harness set, and it uses the dragon harness. I think this Yasha harness set is a typo from the ninja set. Let me just double check that. Unicorn, where's the ninja one? Lord's armor, Yasha, yeah. Yasha is is probably just a copy and paste the whole table here, but without an edit of the actual title here. So this is actually the dragon harness set. Anyway, looks like the cap gets more treasure hunter. Treasure hunter +1 on a hat. That means if you get the HQ tier 3 HQ, then that means you get treasure hunter on the hat, and you'll already have it on the hands for either relic or the crystal warrior hand piece. So nothing wrong with that. That would actually replace the white round cap, and you don't need to necessarily. Maybe you still won't TP in it, but definitely good for agility is sneak attack, right? Or is it trick attack? I think agility is sneak attack. So yeah, definitely an agility hat for sure. Dagger skill, subtle blow, treasure hunter. Okay. The second one is for both and attack too. You may TP in that one. Definitely skill chain maybe in that. The hands here, dexterity, magic evasion, haste. Okay. Haste on the pants, critical hit rate on the feet, accuracy on the feet, attack and attack on the hands and legs. Okay. All right, pretty cool. I don't even know how you do this. How you do these. Adept Reforging. Adeptus in Rebeo offers a new quest for Adept Reforging. Eligible jobs 65+. It doesn't say specifically that it's not for Crystal Warriors. So, complete the kill trials, then defeat a series of notorious monsters to perform and augment. This quest is repeatable every 72 hours. Normal quality armor requires materials that will be consumed in upgrade. Normal quality armor can be upgraded 2 times. High quality armor requires a normal quality version and materials, which both be consumed in the upgrade. High quality armor can be upgraded 3 times. Okay, so this isn't like a random augment situation. This is more like you get the Sha'ir Turban, and you upgrade the Sha'ir Turban twice, or maybe you already have the Sheik Turban, and then you use the materials, and you probably need the normal quality too. High quality armor requires a normal quality version and materials, so the Sheik requires the normal one and the materials, and both will be consumed. High quality armor must be upgraded, can be upgraded 3 times. So maybe you take the Sheik and you put in the regular with the Hippogriff, and then you get tier 1. And then maybe you do the whole not necessarily the trade again, but maybe the NMs again. The second week you get that one, and the third week you get that one. Maybe that's what it is. I mean, maybe I need to try that out. The Beastmaster, maybe I need to try it out. Of course, the Beastmaster is only level 75. I have at Crystal Warrior, so I can't do that. Yes, but maybe I can do it and test it out on my quality of life character, in which I have all these jobs at 75. Maybe I will, but we'll see. Anyway, okay, so that's the general idea of that, and the Thief is the new set of gear. So back to my thing. Yes. All right. So domain invasion. Nolan and Norg now has new items available for Esha beads. Let's see if I can find Nolan. NPCs under Crystal Warrior, or under the Cat's Eye page. Let's see if Nolan is under here. Let me do a find here. Nolan. No Nolan. So Nolan would be the domain invasion. So let's go to content. Bahamut custom drops, XP camps, domain invasion. Let's see if Nolan has been updated. Nope, that's not it. Let's see if this takes me to the Cat's Eye version of Nolan. It does not. This is the regular version of Nolan. So sorry about that. Let me go back to content here. Let me get back to you. Bahamut, custom drops. Custom XP camps, Crystal Warrior page. Domain invasion. Domain invasion. Okay, what about domain invasion rewards? Sorry about the barking. I'm sure it's fine. Okay, here we go. Domain point exchange. Let's see if this is updated. Aged box for bailed. Oh, beach log. 5,000. Oh, maybe this is not. Maybe it might not be new. 30,000 points for. Okay, this might be new. These might be new because these from what I've seen from the reading the guide before. Let me bring myself back here. Maybe. There I am. Okay, so from what I've seen from the previous look over of the patch notes, I saw that the Rockfin Tooth, Gabronth Horn, Yggdrasil Bowl, Wakza, and the Quetzal Claw, these are items used for, you'll see. So keep those in mind. This is the stuff here for the once again, these are the Moblin Mazemongers gear, and then some other miscellaneous stuff. Anything new that I can notice here? I was told by somebody that the Alchemy Torque is in here. It's just not listed in the thing here. Okay, so Nolan says, Nolan has more gear. Okay, new temporary items are available in the domain traders. The domain traders are the item vendors. Once you enter a domain invasion, that'll domain traders will give you some items. Domain incursion effect now applies to pets. Now provides pet MDB +5. Okay, So if you have one of those domain invasion items or weapons, then they pet MDB +5. T'Chaka now receives additional effects under Aura. Okay, I'm not sure what that is. The bind duration of Yumcox is reduced. Nothing wrong with that. Anything to make that easier. Helga is now reworked with new skills and rewards. Okay. Actually, let me go check that out and see if that's in the page yet. So, domain invasion. I was just at that a minute ago. Domain invasion. Let's see. What are we looking at? Helga. Okay. Mercurial Chris. Cypher Luhu. Cypher Matsui. I think that's new. Mercurial Chris. I think Matsui. I don't know what is the deal with Matsui anyway. I know it's a very limited time one back in the day for retail, but I don't know what Matsui does. Mercurial Chris. That's obviously cool. But yeah. Well, Orwell from Steel. Alright, so there you go. I'm not sure if that's updated or not, but that's what it is stating right now on the website. The drop rate for... Sorry. Let's go back. Alright. The drop rate for the not cool weapons has been increased from 10 to 15%. Cool. All domain invasion drop tables have been rebalanced and now include high purity bale and materials. Let's see. Okay, so this does show that the increase has happened. The increase of a percentage. It does include the Quetzal Claw, so that probably means that the down here is updated too. Anything new over here? Let's see, Walks Rostrum. So it does drop the that specific crafting item for that particular monster. Okay. Such as the Yggdrant Bowl, the Gabroth Horn. Still 5%, but it's a chance you can get one instead of spending 20k points on it. 15%, 15%, 15%. And same thing, but Biztavian the Stinger. Okay. Cool. Nothing wrong with that. Alright, so new crafted items have been scaled to 75. Okay, let's check this out. Maybe. Are you going? There you go. Alright. So, new crafted items. Crafted equipment. API Sante +1. I believe these are items to be crafted that are used in the Oboro. Just like maybe you saw that a second ago. Oboro now has a bunch of items you can get. And these items here are part of that obtainability from Oboro. So let's go back to that. So Oboro over here. Cat's Eye Systems, Oboro. Oboro weapons. Oboro load-in. This guy is right downstairs and or sort of on the way out to Quiffim in Port Juno. And looks like Crystal Warriors need to be rank 10. QOL players need to have reached rank 10 and completed Chains of Promethea. Upon trading the required items, players must wait until Japanese midnight to receive the reward. Okay, so like I said, there's certain items that are to be crafted that are required for certain ones of these. For example, the Ega King requires the Apai Sante, like I mentioned here a minute ago, and the Yggdrant Bowl for the tree drop there. The Kala Honda requires Iridal Staff and Chatoyan Staff. Ooh, that's a big ask right there. Especially if this is only Black Mage. That means you have to make yourself another Chatoyan Staff for Summoner, or if you're playing Summoner, there's a Summoner Staff too that requires the Iridal Staff, the Gridarvor, which I would assume does the same stuff, but just more stuff. The Mimesis here That requires the steel killage and the killer's killage. Killer's being the one that's crafted from what I was saying a minute ago. That seems pretty good. HP, MP, strength, intelligence, mind, accuracy, MAB, MAC, enmity, fast cast. Okay. But one that's pretty interesting is the Sandong here in retail could be augmented with attacks addition. It was either attacks additional times or treasure hunter. But interesting to hear one. I don't know if this is the Sindri here. The Sindri's hammer. Is that custom? Because the Sindri, if you play God of War, you know Sindri had a hammer, and Sindri was a dwarf blacksmith. And by the way, I have a playthrough of God of War, Ragnarok, and God of War 2018 on my YouTube channel here. If you want to check that out. Let's see, the Arc Toy. Here's one for Beastmaster that I'm looking at: the Velt Axe and the Furnace Tabarzan. Okay. Bestavian Stinger, 200 HP Baled. Charisma +6, attack +8, enmity -4, killer attacks, enhances killer attacks, killer effects. That could be very good. Pet attack +8 and double attack. Okay, all right. Now, are they rare EX? I'm not sure. Is the Arc Toy normally rare EX? Arc Toy. It is rare EX. So, there you go. Yeah, okay, so there's new weapons for Oboro here. Oboro. So let's continue on. The Worm King descends. Oryu, Jormungand, Tiamat, Vertra now drop additional items. Okay, Lumini Moore, Kajutsu Seton, Dragonbone, Hurricane, Unicorn Horn, El Toro Leather, Viridian Urushi. Alright. Aeonic weapon skills. Atori Tutori has been rewritten and improved with interactions and dialogue. Okay. Players now have menus to select their options instead of trading guild. Good. That's a little bit. The trading guild thing is a little bit. It's a little bit arcane way of interacting on private servers. Good job for Loxley for adjusting that. The cost of the Aeonic weapon skills has been reduced for Crystal Warriors in line with their XP rate, 300,000 to 150,000. Okay, that's very manageable. Garrison. By the way, we did a bunch of garrisons yesterday. That was a heck of a lot of fun and a lot of XP, but it was the NPCs were a little bit too overpowering and it made the fight basically. Some of the fights were trivial, just standing around there, basically leeching garrison XP, and that's not really appropriate. Garrison NPCs now spawn at. Is this too loud? You should have told me sooner if this is too loud. Maybe that's a little bit better. Okay, let's go back. We're going back. Garrison NPCs now spawn at more consistent level and are capped at 12 NPCs total. So I believe before it must have been 15 or 18 NPCs, and they would just melt all the opponents. They would have this like auto-targeting thing that would go right after them, auto-engaging, auto-targeting, and just melt all the monsters coming in. And it was a little bit too powerful. Mob HP now scales slightly based on the number of players. Okay, players and NPCs. Cat's Eye quest NPCs now spawn with a passive regen effect. Okay. New items have been added to the drop tables. Ooh, let's see if that's been updated. So, Garrison, let's see if Garrison, this is Cat's Eye Systems I'm on right now. I want to do content. I think, this is just a friendly criticism for you guys. I think the navigation table up here, could be simplified a little more because, like, I'm not sure if stuff is under content or stuff is under systems, or is it, I'm just not sure exactly. I think it needs to be streamlined a little bit more. But, I mean, I've been tempted to just put out a video saying, like, here, click on this spreadsheet that I have, just to have a separate hyperlink for everything you're looking for. But I think it should be easily navigatable at the top here. Because I'm not sure, like, I'm not always sure where to go under to get to what I need to find. I think it should be simplified. Maybe it's just me being picky. I don't know. But let's see. New items have been added to the drop tables. New items are available at garrison points. Okay, so let's go to garrison here. I'll just click on the link in the Discord here. Alright, so Cat's Eye Garrison. Expand that baby. This was under content, by the way. So, the level 20 here, garrison stuff, military stuff, I think that's all the same. This is, I think, is all the same. There's still this question mark here, 15%. What is the deal with this question mark? Ah, maybe the dragon pages. I saw dragon pages drop yesterday. So maybe that's what that is. Uncapped one still looks like it's the same stuff. But a bunch of question marks here for the Cape Terragon one. By the way, we should definitely try that. 10,000 XP, uncapped. Yeah, we should try that. Anyway, let's see if the exchange points have been updated. I know the fire clusters were there. The skillop food was there. Aged boxed bailed. I'm not sure if that was in there or not. The aged box. Does this drop bailed or high purity bailed? It does drop high purity bailed, okay. 3 to 15 high purity bailed, which makes sense because we've been all about the high purity bailed for these for Obero. So that is that. Cool. In fact, that might be the best way to go for your garrison points if you already have a bunch of clusters and skilling up is not an issue for you. Maybe just load up on the bailed because you need like 200 of the bailed to upgrade one weapon. So, all right, Crystal Warrior EXP. Here's something that might be a little bit controversial. Fields of Valor and Grounds of Valor have had their repeat restrictions removed. Yes. Grounds of Valor books have had their XP made more appropriate for scaled down mob levels. So I wonder if that means they're much less. So now everybody who may be listening, you get a little bit of a pro tip from me here, which is not really a pro tip, is a tip that a lot of people already know. Grounds of Valor and Fields of Valor now repeat automatically. So now it is very viable for a bunch of new camps. For example, the Bloodsucker camp in the bottom of Bostano Oubliette. The Bloodsucker camps to kill 9 Bloodsuckers in a row will automatically repeat. That is definitely a viable XP option for up to 75 actually. And yeah, if you brought an alliance down there, that would be too much killing, and then you'd be waiting on mobs to respawn, and everybody would be all spread out, and a lot of people would be missing XP, and then missing the credits for the Grounds of Valor. But if you had a appropriate sized party, and were killing them in a nice flow, to swipe through, cut a swath down there in the basement, and then come back to the beginning and then start another swath right when those other ones are starting to respawn. If you could manage that thing, then that could be a pretty cool way to XP right there. And merit, since you can do it at 75. The bonus XP for partying without trust has undergone the following changes. Parties with trust also receive the bonus. Parties with trusts also receive the bonus, but the party must include player characters. So player characters plural, meaning like at least 2. So if you could probably duo and with trusts, or maybe trio with trusts, and then you still get the bonus, but the bonus itself has been shifted. Each bonus has shifted to higher levels to better the balance of XP curve. Which, if you ask me, you'll see here in the before after. You ask me, that's a way to incentivize players to level at higher level sinks than previously. Some people have just been like killing birds at level 30 in Wajon Woodlands, and then they would just take that all the way to 75, and they don't need to do anything about gear from level 30 right until they get their 75 Crystal Warrior gear. So this is a way to sort of shy away from that. Before it was level 20, 30, and 60, but after it's level 40, 50, and 60. So, but the bonus is a little bit higher at each of those levels. So at level 40, it's really going to encourage people to party up at level 40 to get that bonus, because you can do it with trust now. but level 50 and level 60 also have a severe bonus. So this will actually, I think this is okay. I think this is going to actually encourage higher level partying, which is fun. It's cool because honestly, if you only got gear for level 30 through 40 and then didn't worry about the gear again until level 75, that's not so fun. And what's the point of having ever like crafting a scorpion harness or a Halbergian? Halbergian or Halbergian? Tell me in the comments. How do you pronounce Halbergian? Crystal Warrior item balancing. The Shade gear has been nerfed. It's been nerfed. The Shade gear has undergone changes to prevent it from overshadowing other gearing options, which is the case. It was overshadowing other gearing options for sure. Shade harness. The harness and the leggings basically dropped their 2 strength, making the total set +6, but added 2 vitality and 2 dexterity. So it's a little more well-rounded. But I don't think that 4 strength, I don't think that's game-breaking to lose that. But this also encourages you to use other gear, and you don't feel like you have to use the same gear all the time, which isn't fun. The weapons awarded from Goblin's Gambit have been adjusted to reflect better intended power levels. So the Butachi becomes a Kasaradachi. Let me take you over here. So Butachi was this, and it became the Kasaradachi. So less stats, but level 67. Let's go back and forth here. So it's a weaker weapon. Dex 2, Vitality 2. But you know what? It probably also sells for less than the NPC too. Maybe that's just the Great Katana. Let's see what else we have. The Nagan. The Nagan was the Great Sword, and I think that's actually sold for a good bit. At the NPC. Yeah, it did. Yes, it did. 22k. Yeah, it did. So, if that now has become the Flamberger, level 80 Great Sword of Mind and Attack. I assume the stat bonuses are the same, because their stat bonuses are random anyway, but it only works for Paladin and Rune Fencer. Well, the other one worked for Dark anyway. So maybe somebody with the Nagan that was great, though they're planning to use it for Dark, kind of got screwed there maybe a little bit. But, it is what it is. Let's see what the Flameburge NPC price was. Oh, it's still 22. Wait, 2 needed for 22,000 GP. Never mind. Okay, I can tell right here. If you can buy from Sparks for 1485, that means it's sold for 14,850, approximately. Thalassocrat became Thalassocrat, 94 damage, just Dex 2, Vitality 2. Became the Ice Lance. Less damage, but with some ice damage. That seems like a nerf also. But I believe if you had a +1 version, you can trade the +1 version in. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, Lux. I know you Lux. You watch my videos. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments or in game or something. Well, probably the comments since I'm saying it in a video. That did you say yesterday during a GG run that the Ice Lance, or in this case, what it would be the Ice Lance, you could trade the Ice Lance +1 to upgrade your, to put your Goblin Grandeur, or Goblin Gambit augments onto your +1 item. Sorry for me getting that out. I think you said that the other day, but can you confirm with me that that is the case? I know that's the case for the Yugudo Arena. You can do that, but I don't know for sure if you put that in for the Goblin Gambit yet, or at all. And next is the Toporok. Toporok was the Great Axe. 2 dexterity, 2 vitality. The base stats here aren't necessarily the best stats ever. So, but let's see the Booge here. That was 92. That's 89. So yeah, these one could argue that these were nerfed. The wards were nerfed a little bit, at least for those 4. So, but it is what it is. Maybe they're easier to craft than the others, and therefore easier to get the +1 to trade in for the +1 stats. I wonder, are the augments also boosted for the +1, or is it still like the 5 stats? Anyway, so Crystal Warrior Helper rewards. This one applies to me because I'm a big helper. Multiple XP scrolls are now awarded for more challenging missions and quests. Which ones are they? Which ones? Challenging ones. Which ones are they? I mean, you could go and do mission 5-1 and fight the skeleton and take 5 minutes to get an XP scroll, but maybe the Shadow Lord is an extra one. But the Shadow Lord you can do with level 75 easily. I'll be curious to see which ones give the bonus XP scrolls, extra XP scrolls. Additional mission objectives now award XP scrolls. Minotaur, Oryu, and the Old Professor Marcel. That is the Minotaur 2-3 Fulminia Aqueducts. Oryu is the big dragon fight with the pale dragon, the sandy looking dragon. Oryu. That is the, what is the name of that? The Savage. The mission is called the Savage. And Old Professor is the Sacrarium fight. So you get bonuses for helping with those too if you're not on that mission. Okay, XP scrolls are now awarded for helping other players with artifact quests spanning 48 encounters. I assume that means probably the, like for example, the Blue Mage, oops, knocked on my trash can. Sorry, this episode's lasting a long time, but bear with me. Put it on double speed or something. The, what do you call the squid beastman guys? The tentacle blue mage level 60 fight, the squid guys, the demons. Anyway, those guys. So I assume that, and then like then the Red Mage Hat fight in Fei-In would probably be one of those. The level 60 fights probably are ones. 48 encounters, and there is 22 jobs. But then again, I assume it's like maybe it's the AF1 quest fights, the weapon fights. Maybe it's the fights for the feet armor, or the level 52 armor, and maybe it's the fights for the level 60 armor, yeah, because that's 3 times 16 is 48, and 16 is probably the two Adeline are taken away because the AF quests aren't really quite the same. The 4 or the two Wings of the Goddess ones are probably gone from that, so that's 18 jobs, and then leaving, I don't know, it's probably most of them. Most of the weapon and the feet and the level 60 piece fights that are probably 40, 52, and 60 gear fights for most of the, at least the initial 15 jobs. We'll see. Helper milestones have been rewards have been updated with most of the requirements being lowered. Okay, so crackers. Brilliant Snow, Stuffed Chocobo at 30, Charity Cap at 40, Shadow Lord Shirt at 50, which I qualify for, by the way. Porogo Coat, that's fun, Harpsichord, and Mizukage Naginata. Alright, so you can get those rewards earlier. Helm rework. All custom helm areas have new drop tables. I've looked at some of those, and some of those are really good. Redesigned for encourage this activity. I am encouraged to do some of that activity, by the way. Pickaxes, sickles, and hatchets are now available from Stinknicks and Lower Juno, all in one place. Very nice. Place I'm in often. Complete helm drop tables are now available on the BG Wiki. Check it out. Let's check it out. Okay, so I don't need to necessarily go through all these, but I'm going to highlight ones that jumped out at me when I was going through these, when I was in the car. Let's see here. Royal Jelly and Rainbow Thread for Crawler's Nest. I'm not sure if these are new or not, but I'm just going to talk about the ones that are jumping out at me. Paschal Marshlands, Tree Cuttings. That's maybe about it for me. Excavation, Arapago Reef. Corsair's Bullet is very common. Cool. Imporn, I think, are Imporns used for a Crystal Warrior quest? I'm not sure. Petrified Log, Imperial Sermit, I think that's good. Here's a question right here. These right here. All these right here. Very rare, but interesting. Super interesting. These are, if you're familiar with Nizal Isle and HQ Nizal Isle, these can be turned in for a random sword item. And usually there's a table of items that you get from this sword item. But sometimes there are, if this item is obtained by, let me find a better example here, because one that I know. So, necklace here. Question mark necklace. If you were to kill Argus in Nizal Isle, and he might drop the question mark necklace, and the question mark necklace could be turned in at an NPC in Ottergan, Whitegate, for just a random dumb necklace, or the peacock amulet itself, because he dropped it from Argus. So, these question mark items can be turned in for possibly a special rare EX item that you would get from like a famous NM around. Like a headpiece here could turn into the Emperor's Hairpin, or the sword here could turn into some rare EX sword. I can't think of any at the moment. But definitely interesting that you could get these question mark pieces from Arapago Reef and Idiwa Subterrane. Corsair's Bullet, question mark items. Colibri Beak here. First of all, that's common. Colibri Beak, and you need 100 of these Colibri Beaks to get your augmented Weave Ray helmet, or Weave Ray headpiece. That is something very interesting that I'll probably end up doing, because I always all these NPC good Black Tiger Fangs. Gold Leaf, Silver Leaf probably needed. That there could be something good. These could be something good. Platinum Leaf is probably good. Super rare though. Here's what I'm really interested in is Feyen, Magic Pot Shard, Golem Shard, Doll Shard, all common or uncommon. Sermit Chunk, these you need a bunch of if you're leveling, after leveling and during leveling Alchemy. You need a bunch of this stuff, especially for Crystal Warrior when you can't buy them. Mithril Ore for sure you need. Red Rock, Philosopher's Stone is useful for certain things, otherwise it's just NPCs, well, Sermit Chunks. So yeah, I'm interested in Feyen. By the way, there are quests you need to do for certain ones of these. Clink to the past, clink to the past, clink to the past. Broken Bones here. I guess it looks like you don't need to necessarily do any quests for Feyen unless it's just not listed there. For some reason, is that normal that there's mining points, excavation points in Feyen? Anyway, Labyrinth of Zozo, Unicorn Horn, Dragon Bone, Wyvern stuff, coral stuff. Okay, this is potentially good. Logging, Bibiki Bay, all these mid-tier logs here. Grauberg S, this is very interesting. Teak Log, Jacaranda Log, Divine Log, and Grauberg S. Yes. Mining, Garlage Citadel, Orichalcum, Aluminum, Red Rock, Scorpion Shell, or HQ Scorpion Shell. Okay. Grauberg, Adaman Ore is a rare. Not very rare or super rare, but a rare, so that could be very good. Scholar Stone, I forget what that's for, but you can check it out if you need to. Ordell's Caves. This one's interesting because Mithril Ore is useful quite a bit. Silver Beast Coin is useful on the Crystal Warrior game mode for sure, because you need lots of those. Gold Beast Coin for sure. Gold Ore, Fire Clusters, Platinum Ore. Yeah, Ordell's Caves is very interesting. I like it. So, that is the new helm stuff. So there you go. It does seem to be missing this custom helm stuff. I don't see like the custom changes that were made to like Yoder Jungle. I know there were certain items in Yoder Jungle you need for cooking. I don't see that there, so maybe that's just missed on the list here. So Gaylord's Citadel S, the door to the basement area below Gaylord's Citadel is now unlocked. The area includes mining points and new items, new mobs, and more. Okay, that's what I just talked about. Here are some XP camps. Here's interesting stuff. Bosidine Glacier. There are 7 spawns for the Frost Diorite. Not necessarily an XP camp, but it is a place to get blood threads for various blood thread needs. I think there's a gear quest you need you need blood threads for. So there's that. Treasures of Honor again. There's obviously the famous toucan camps, toucans and greater toucans. Everybody knows where those are. Well, if you don't, then I'll show you here. I will actually show you. So the first toucan camp at level 30 is right here, right at the secondary Wajome Woodlands exit, and this level 40 camp is right up here by Gotoza Redolan's spawn point. So there you go. The Shadow Rain. Now here's something interesting. Gaylord's Citadel S now has some party places. Dusk Bats. They are level 50 to 60, 17 spawn points. And this is past the door that they were mentioning before, I'm assuming. And Bosidine Glacier map. Oh, but it actually links to. So this is probably the basement. So it's where the hover over map is different from the click maps, by the way, guys. If that could be changed quick, I'm sure that's quick to change. Slippery Sludge. This is one that's interesting because it reduced physical damage taken for normal sludgy stuff, but increased magic damage taken, has MP but does not cast. That implies that you need to take some mages here and do some mana burning. Slippery Sludge is down here at 13 spawn points. You go in there and it takes extra damage from magic, and you can Aspire from them and keep your party going. So if you're looking to have some Black Mage, Geo, Red Mage fun, then a Slippery Sludge camp could be very cool for you. The Twilight Bats also is a level. This is like a Wadi style possibility here. 18 spawn points, level 70 to 75. You take a bunch of level 75 peeps down there. A little bunch of Twilight Bats, maybe some Samurais with some pole arms, because bats are weak to piercing. Maybe some Dragoons, Samurais, pole arm wielding marksmanship warriors here. Maybe some. What else we got that's piercing? Daggers are piercing. Daggers, archery, rangers would be good here. So, there you go. And there you go. This here especially. And if you're level 60 going there and you get that 40% bonus, this could be super good, guys. So this is maybe I'll have to grab a group and go bring in my Blue Mage down here. Because my Blue Mage is level 58 now from yesterday's garrison. So, anyway, there is one more big thing I wanted to talk about that I noticed in these system changes. Right here. System. Portalix. Lower Juno now offers quests to teleport Beastman areas, improving accessibility to Helm areas and Yugudo Arena for CWs. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, teleport Castelos Troja, teleport Devoy Bido. That's awesome. Memoji has been rewritten with improved interactions for dialogue. Memoji. Is that the one you trade for? Is that the one in the Fountain and Lower Juno? I'm not sure. Improved developer processing for submitted bug fixes, okay. Fixed element on katana weapon skills. Fixed magic burst for records of eminence. Phantom roll stuff. Empathy to spirit link, okay. Retribution is now usable at the correct levels. Drop rate for Lockhart. Opire now works, okay. Alright, so, there's some more stuff here that I have not seen. We are aware that custom commands are inaccessible. Okay, they're probably fixing that. So a few update addendums. Custom commands are fully functional again, cool. Resolved an issue of spawning goblins for daily quests. Resolved an issue accessing Atori Tutori. Requirements for Oboro have been adjusted. Still requires cutscene in Blue Blade Fell. Okay, so that must be for the non-Crystal Warrior. The Blue Blade Fell is the final piece of the Chains of Prometheia missions. QOL must complete the following custom quest to gain access to previously inaccessible helm zones. I'll click to the past. Okay, so it looks like QOL can do that stuff too. So Threadbare, Matthias Metalworks, travel to Crawler's Nest, click the vantage point, return to Matthias, rewards 12 sickles, and Crawler's Nest harvesting. Okay, so I think that's it. 45 minutes later. Anyway, folks, please like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Please help me get to 1,000 subscribers. Right now, as we speak, I think I'm at 984. So your subscribe can put me one more closer and maybe even be that 1,000 subscriber if everybody floods my channel to subscribe all at once. Then maybe you can be number 1,000. Also, if you want to join the server, please click on the link in the description below, and you will be able to start up with the server under my promo code, and that means that you will get bonus items, and I will get bonus items as you level up, and as you level up, you'll get bonus items, and then we'll both flourish and become great players because of this reward system. And that my next milestone for the referral reward points is 100, and once I get to 100, I will be able to create a new monster in the game with the help of the development team, and I have some ideas about what I'm going to do with that. And it'll be fun. May not be super useful for everyone, but it'll be kind of fun and funny if they let me do what I want to do. But anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.